Welcome back, guys, to the Cottage Witch. Today we're making beef stew pot pie. And so I will leave it to my client, Bubba. And also, today's video is sponsored by James Rivers Taco Shop.
Alright guys, you heard the man. My lovely assistant will be our sous chef today in the kitchen. He will also be behind the camera, making sure that we're getting all the right angles. So you heard him. We are making beef stew pot pie. This will be a part of our Sabbath recipe series. I'll make a playlist. But yeah, I'm actually going to do a time lapse of this video so that the content coming in will be a voiceover of me explaining. So hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn your little bell on, notifications, and yeah, let's get started.
We have all our ingredients. So my chef, who's currently holding the camera, Miss Cottage Witch, asked me if I wanted to read them off, and I said yes. So first up, we have garlic, tomato paste, Italian seasoning, lemon pepper seasoning, ground turmeric, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder,
Bay leaves, thyme
leaves, red's all natural original seasoning,
Robin seasoning.
Ah.
And then what else do we have?
pie crust mix, soy sauce,
Worcestershire
sauce, sweet peas.
We have beef
Onions.
stew meat.
Yeah. Onions,
Uh-huh.
potato, carrots,
And then this is what? Beef stock?
beef,
Bouillon?
bouillon.
Yeah, beef for the beef stock. All right, you guys. So that's our ingredients. I will leave the measurements in the video description, but now we are about to speed it up and we'll get to cooking. All right, bye y'all. Imbolc, Candlemas or Candelara, a celebration of returning light. When is Imbolc? February 2nd. Imbolc pronunciation, Imbolc. Themes, quickening, hope, renewal, fertility, purification, hearth and home, return of the light. Also known as Brigide's Day, Feast of Torches, Feast of Pan, Lupercalia, Snowdrop Festival, Feast of the Waxing Light. Here we are in seed time, dream time, looking for the cracks of light that tell us to stretch out and grow. We are invited to consider this possibility. What if there is nothing wrong? What if there is no too slow? What if we live a miracle every single day and we don't have to earn it? As if the first shoots of tentative growth begin to lift and we sense the beginning sparks of possibility, of new ways of being, we may feel the itch to create a lengthy to-do list for a new year. Resist and sit, curled and waiting. Uncover what is enough, not in the sense of playing too small, but the kind of enough that allows our hearts to expand and our shoulders to loosen, that allows creativity to blaze and joy to bloom, the kind of enough that opens space in our lives to hold ourselves in our seed dreams. Darkness and silence can hold both the sparks of our dreams and the embers of our hopes. We are our own seeds of promise, by Molly Rimmer. Imbolc commemorates the natural turning points in the Earth's cycle. The seasonal cycle of the year is created by Earth's annual orbit around the sun. Solstices are the extreme points in Earth's axis tilts towards or away from the sun, when days and nights are longest or shortest. On equinoxes, days and nights are equal in all parts of the world. 4 cross-quarter days roughly mark the midpoints in between solstices and equinoxes. Imbolc is the milestone assuring us that we are halfway through winter, and it reassures us that spring is indeed on her way. This is Brigide beckoning us to look toward the light, however faint. Do you see her there? Her candle glows. Seasonal celebrations of most cultures cluster around these same natural turning points. The pagan wheel of the year consists of 8 seasonal festivals. 4 of these festivals occur on the 2 solstices and the 2 equinoxes. These 4 events mark the beginnings of the 4 seasons based on the position of the earth from the sun. Yule is celebrated with the winter solstice on December 21st. Osteria is celebrated with the spring equinox on March 20th. Litha is celebrated with the summer solstice on June 21st, and Mabon is celebrated with the autumn equinox on September 22nd. Meanwhile, the other 4 festivals are called the cross-quarter days and occur between the 4 main festivals or Sabbats. These are Imbolc, which is celebrated February 1st between Yule and Osteria, Beltane, which is celebrated May 1st between Osteria and Litha, Lammas, which is celebrated August 1st between Litha and Mabon, and Samhain, which is celebrated October 31st through November 1st between Mabon and Yule. For witches, the second Sabbath of the year is a time to give thanks for the growing daylight as the god is developing a strengthening of his power. The goddess, recovering from giving birth to the god at Yule, is beginning once again to step into her maiden role. The second Sabbath of the Wiccan year celebrates the coming end of winter and the beginning of the growing cycle in the northern hemisphere. The long, cold months are nearly over, and the first stirrings of spring can be witnessed in the blooming of daffodils and the slow emergence of animals from their hibernation. This cross-quarter day, midway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, is a welcome milestone for many who eagerly await the winter months. On Imbolc, the whole community would celebrate that the time to survive was coming to an end, and they no longer needed to store or conserve food, no longer had to worry for their lives. Plants start growing their leaves around this time, so it's a sign that Mother Earth's womb is ready to receive and produce seeds. In addition to that, animals are nearing their last months of hibernation, and some animals may even give birth during this time because a newborn can tolerate the weather. For us humans, winter stands for darkness and death on a mental and spiritual level. This is not necessarily an evil type of darkness and death, but the natural end of a cycle and the natural opposition to light and life. It's a time to rest and work on shedding harmful behaviors and thoughts. It can also be a time of deep depression and frustration as we lose touch with our light source. On a biological and chemical level, this can cause vitamin D deficiency and trigger seasonal affective disorder, where the individual experiences depression-like symptoms. This disconnection from the fire element can trigger a decline in one's energy and a passion on a spiritual level. It can manifest in a loss of joy and passion, a lack of ambitions and motivation, and a decline in libido. All in all, it obviously doesn't sound like a great time. Granted, it can be beneficial for some people as it can push repressed emotions and trauma to the surface so that they can be released. This is why, as it nears its end, we celebrate Imbolc. After such an intense season where people have gone through the process of shedding beliefs, processing trauma, and grieving losses and absences, it's only fair to celebrate that we have made it through. And not just that, it's also important to celebrate the coming season, the return of light, and the rekindling of fire within us. This is why Imbolc is considered one of the 4 fire festivals. Celebrating this coming of light marks the beginning of a wonderful new cycle. It allows us to reflect on the past and set intentions and hopes for the future. It allows us to cleanse ourselves and our surroundings and let go of everything we wish to leave behind. That way, we can wholly embrace this new cycle in a much better way. Traditional candle colors for Imbolc are white, yellow, orange, and red, and altar decorations include fresh spring flowers, small decorative ritual brooms, and figurines or images of young animals. Imbolc is an old Irish word related to the birthing of the first lambs of the season and is sometimes translated as in the belly. Some witches honor this aspect of the Sabbath by feasting on dishes made with dairy foods, including sour cream, milk, butter, cheese, and yogurt. Late winter spring vegetables are also appropriate as Imbolc ritual foods and offerings. Some traditions also include curry and other spicy foods as they are symbolic of the sun. Gemstones related to this festival is amethyst, onyx, ruby, bloodstone, turquoise, and garnet. Some herbs related to this are acorn, chamomile, lavender, angelica, rosemary, basil, bay leaf, jasmine, evergreens, blackberries, and thyme. Some symbols related to this holiday is Brigide's cross, Brigide's well or eye, candles, corn, grain, dishes of snow, evergreens, poems and song, white flowers, ribbon. In the description of this video, I will leave some more information regarding the symbols, incense workings, traditions, and otherwise needed information for this festival. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like some more videos like this, please do comment, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe. I love you guys. Happy holidays.